Another Sunday.
Last day of August.
It is the last day of August. We were talking about, it feels like fall here already, but it's technically not fall.
I even have my fuzzy socks on.
Oh wait, I just saw something about meatballs.
Meatballs?
Yeah.
Who's making meatballs?
I looked up, first, honestly, I saw balls. And I was like, who's talking about balls? What are we doing? What are we doing here right now, folks? Then I saw meatballs.
Y'all, ladies, how many of you ladies, your man is hot all the time, and you're cold all the time, and you're like, cold all the time. See, if I have to
You are freezing.
Yeah.
What is going on? You're making my nipples hard. Jeez. Don't do that with everybody watching.
Coffee. And
I gotta sit like this for the rest of the episode.
And I've got my long romper on and my jacket and everything.
Wow. Okay, who do we got on so far? We got Karen, we got Juliana, we got Healthy Mama Marie.
Oh, that's Marie. Yeah, Marie S.
And that's it so far. Rockin' Keto Amy's on. Hi, friends.
Awesome.
I'm the hot mama, she says.
I got Priscilla over here, Fit and Fab Celeb. I got Meeting Wellness.
Fit and Fab Celeb says men are always hot.
Yes, especially when you got a hot
man
like mine.
Whew. Okay, quick announcements.
King Photography. What up?
Okay. Topics to get started. Our normal intro. Keto Brains is a great partner for this show. I guess it's a show for this podcast.
Yes.
Videocast, vlog. What are we calling this?
It's Keto Rehab Coffee Chat.
Something. Okay.
Kind of like a podcast.
Yes. Amy says she got her Keto Brains. Yay! So if you want to be in the running for Keto Brains, ask a question for the show, during this episode, and be here at the end when we go through it.
Yeah.
When we pick names. Number one. Number two, don't forget, I have a science club that you all need to be joining. This is what I want to ask everybody. How come when I announced it a few weeks ago, about a month ago,
said they wanted
I had like 50 people that were like, I'm interested, and then only 2 people signed up.
Because when you got to pay something, everybody wants to run in the other direction.
But we have had every other week we get together.
Wait. You mean I actually have to pay something to participate in this?
Yeah.
Never mind. Not so interested anymore.
If you're interested in hands-on learning how to look at scientific papers and learn something from them and understand what's going on and start understanding the words and the lingo and all of the different things, how it applies to your life, I highly recommend joining the Science Club. Every other week, we pick a study, we go over it as a group.
He's got a good one.
And kind of talk about it
too, right?
We got this next one. So we just had one this week. So 2 weeks from now, we have another one, and it's going to be looking at a study about protein, nutrient intake, and thyroid function. Going to be very interesting.
I want to dive in on that one.
So she's saying she might want to join that one, but I highly recommend doing it. It's $10 a month. There's an ongoing community and Discord, so you always have access to talk to people about any scientific questions you have, as well as the bi-weekly get-together group. Let's talk about stuff. So it's super. It's one of my outlets. I really like it.
That just brought up a topic we can talk about today.
What's that?
Interest versus commitment.
Okay, keep that in mind. We'll get to that.
That financial investment is a part of making a commitment to something.
Correct.
It's taking the next step beyond interest. You might be interested in improving your health. You might be interested in losing body fat.
Yeah.
But if you're not putting your money where your mouth is, or your time, or your energy, or some level of investment into it.
Effort, sacrifice,
investing,
cost, something.
Right, exactly.
Actually, in one of my discussions for this week with school, somebody commented about, because I have some different views about certain things than other people socially.
No way. People are going to be surprised by that. And I was
expressing my opinion on a topic, and social discussion that we were having about adult education and the impact of different things. And somebody commented, everybody deserves help, essentially. And I was like, yeah, everybody should be offered help if they ask for it and if they're willing to do the work to make it happen. But I'm not going to do something for you if you have no desire to actually make it happen.
Ooh.
And that's where a lot of us waste a lot of energy with people in our lives. And that's where us as coaches, if we're going to be successful coaches, part of our evaluation when we do a discovery call with somebody is
ready, willing, able.
Ready, willing, able. We talked about this last week. Is my time, even if they're paying me, is my time going to be wasted working with this person? And there are times where I've had to let people say, I just don't think you're really ready
well,
for this.
are they going to be right? Are they going to be receptive?
Right.
And because I can give you all the strategies in the world, if you're not using them,
Yep.
we're wasting our time.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's hard because we care and we get invested in many times more than the person. And that's the challenge. That's the problem. We can see where they want to go. We can see where they could go. We can see them in that. We can envision it because we've done it. We've been there, but they can't envision it.
Yeah.
And then it's hard for them to do it. So anywho, but yes, commitment versus interest. And that is very much it. Yeah. Okay. So you just finished your challenge.
Yes, we announced our winners. So shout out, because I know Karen's on, right? Is Karen on? Karen was one of our big winners, one of our grand prize winners for the Summer Shape and Shred Challenge that just wrapped up. So shout out to Karen and Dana, our girl Dana. She's also been a client of
former client of mine. She left me she's cheating on me with Natalie.
She left him to come over here. She found her tribe.
Yes.
We've got her for life. I think we got Karen for life now too. She's like, that's it, I'm staying. I love it. I'm so excited. So I'll be working directly with Karen one-on-one for the next 3 months. That was her grand prize. And Dana will be working with Coach Mary Grace for 3 months, one-on-one. So we're super excited about that. We had a whole bunch, I called it Prize-a-Palooza. We had a whole bunch of winners because the ladies in this challenge showed up so much. We couldn't just give away one of each grand prize.
A lot of people got a lot of things.
We had a bunch of runners up who are getting consults, one-on-one private consults with us, and then we gave away a bunch of I did 3 weekly prizes instead of
I was going to say, you had weekly prizes too, so people got stuff off the route.
So that was a lot of fun, and now here we are. Tomorrow we kick off our next program. So we are starting Autumn Iron, our fall muscle building, fat loss, body recomp program. It will be 9 weeks long for the next 2 months, September and October, through ending on Halloween, October 31st. So super geeked about that. I have been feverishly working to get everything loaded, and I'll be assigning everybody their training program today and dropping all the details about the program inside the group today. We've had some new ladies join for the program. Enrollment is still open, so you can still join for that program that starts tomorrow. And if you want to join in the first week, that's totally cool. First week, second week, it's going to be running for 9 weeks. So you have plenty of time to still join if you want to dive into that.
Not the workout program isn't running.
What?
It's not running for 9 weeks. It's weightlifting for 9 weeks.
No, it's not running. It's not running. The training program.
That's what I heard. I was like, wait, you're running for 9 weeks? What are we doing here? This is crazy.
No, and there's no running involved. If you want to get fit, change your body without running.
There we go.
That's what we're doing here. So yeah, I'm super excited about it. For our advanced ladies, it will be very barbell heavy. And for our intermediate ladies, you will have the opportunity to utilize barbells. And for our beginners, we don't throw you into the deep end with barbells right away, so don't worry. You have dumbbell options, body weight options, bands, all kinds of things. So come on in. It's a great time to join.
Tell everybody how your cut's going.
It ain't.
You lost 2 pounds. Last week you were down. You're like, oh my God, it might be finally going.
Finally, the cut started cutting, and then my cycle started. And guess what happened, ladies? Scale went back up.
Back up again.
It's not up to my high.
And I don't know
But
what
it's up a little
but
bit.
you said your lean mass is going up,
Which happens, here's the thing.
right? Because
Okay.
of the water retention.
I've explained this
likely.
a million times, but I feel like I need to say it a million times.
Yes, you got to remind everybody. all the time.
Ladies, if you see the scale go up, but you are also utilizing a body composition scale that tells you more than just weight, and you see that your lean mass or your skeletal muscle mass or fat-free mass, whatever your scale says, is not fat, which all of those are somewhat interchangeable, slightly different, but skeletal muscle, lean mass, fat-free mass is all non-body fat weight.
Yep.
If that is going up with your weight and you see your body fat percentage going down as your
mostly
weight goes
water.
up,
It's
that's
mostly-
water.
it's water retention.
So I knew that that was water retention related to my cycle. As much as I would love to believe I built muscle overnight, it don't happen that way. So also though, at the same time, I'm not upset by the scale going up because I know it is water weight and it will come back down.
And I'm cutting as well. And we hear this all the time, a lot. I'm really pissed at my husband
Because he's losing.
because he's can just stop eating for a day, or he can just cut out one thing and all of a sudden he's losing. Number one, that's not quite how it's worked for me. We're on week 10.
Yep.
Right now it's been consistent it's been about 6 weeks consistent. But it's a little bit, except for this week. This week was almost 2 pounds and it was all fat.
All fat? Loss. Okay.
Just fat.
Okay.
So my skeletal muscle mass stayed, I think it went down like 0.3 pounds.
Okay.
But my body fat mass went down like 2.5,
Wow.
2.5 pounds, something like that. So it worked out to about 2 pounds of fat loss. Yeah. So things are going well. I'm a little worried, not worried, what's the right word? I am keeping an eye on a couple things though.
Okay.
Because my skeletal mass stayed the same, it actually went down a little
Tiny
bit
bit.
from last week. That's the first week in the 10 weeks that it's been
Did
at
you
the
see
same,
it?
that it hasn't gone
You
up
haven't been
consistently.
recomping.
I
Yeah,
haven't
you
been
haven't seen
going
the
up. So
recomp.
that makes me think, okay, I'm at a point now where the effort I'm putting into the gym and being consistent in that and in my recovery is going to play
A huge role.
because
in
I don't
protecting
want
your
that.
lean
I don't want
mass.
that to stop. I don't want it to
Yes.
start going down as my overall weight starts going down.
Yes.
So the goal, I'm at that crossroads where I'm going to keep losing weight because I'm going to keep losing body fat.
But you're fighting
But I
to
don't want to
maintain-
lose that lean mass at the
Yes.
same time. So that's really where I gotta keep that focus. So, because the fat's going to keep coming down. I broke under 15% for the first time.
Woo!
14.9.
That's exciting.
Like you talked about that last week.
Yeah.
You're talking about getting over that
Well,
one
you
thing,
know,
right?
it's like, this is why also
I'm under 15.
I say don't get too excited, especially this is why I like to explain the whole if the weight is up, lean body mass thing, because I saw 17.1% body fat
Last week or this week.
this week.
This week.
When the lean mass shot up
Right.
higher than it's ever been, I was like, okay, let me not get excited.
Yep.
I'm not sitting at 17% body fat. My skeletal muscle is not up 2 pounds overnight.
Yeah.
That is water weight. I'd love to be excited about it, but it's not going to stay. And it didn't. You know, then I saw, I'm still sitting at a lower body fat percentage, but that's because I still have some of that water retention going on. So I am expecting that to shift, to come back down to the low I was at before. But at this stage, I am now less than 6 weeks out to the Olympia fashion show. And I believe, I'm forgetting how many weeks out to Mexico because I don't know if I shared it here, but
It's at least
I'm
it's
thinking
December, right?
I'm going to not do the Vegas competition in November because at this stage it would be extremely difficult for me to get competitively lean
Yeah, it's only
in
8
time
weeks,
for that.
10 weeks away. less than 10
Outside,
weeks.
yeah, I'm inside 12 weeks for sure.
Yeah.
It might be like 10 or 11 weeks. And at this point,
If for you to get where you need to be, you'd be unhealthy.
right, I'd have to get way too drastic. So I will be accelerating things this week. I'll be pulling back on fats. And the truth is, honestly, I have been very conservative with how much fat I have cut from my diet at this point. So I know that my sweet spot for really accelerated fat loss, where things just start moving and stay consistently moving, is lower than where I am now. And I've been hesitant to do that. So
Well,
at this stage of the game, I am ready to go. I'm like, let's go. We're pulling back on fats this week, and I will be adding in 2 HIIT training sessions a week.
Okay.
Which I have not done any HIIT cardio.
Yeah, I don't
yet.
care what the scale says, because
He's seeing the changes.
This morning you look, man.
Well, and I will say this too. Yesterday I saw my abs popping.
Every day I see
And I have
abs.
not seen abs like that in a while. And so there's something to the whole water retention, right? And this is the water manipulation that a lot of bodybuilders do in peak week with water and salt and carbs and all of these things, right? So what has happened is, okay, I'm retaining water in the muscle cells, which is why the scale is reading it the way it's reading it. And why, to his eyes and in the mirror, I look leaner right now, which is, it kind of blows your mind. But ladies, when you have a lot of body fat, you're not going to look leaner when you put on that water weight. Even if it's in your muscles, because you have fat on top of the muscle. Yeah. If I were 5 pounds or 10 pounds heavier than I am right now with body fat, I wouldn't be looking leaner doing that. This is why these are not things that you need to be playing with to manipulate water to look leaner when you still have, ladies, 30% body fat.
Right. I mean, you're hovering around 18% right now, which is below the normal healthy range for most women.
For most women.
You're in the athletic range.
Athletic lean, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So.
You're in the sporty spice lean. That's my nickname. When
I love it when he calls me Sporty Spice.
Certain times you get a glimpse and you're like, ooh, Sporty Spice. And you got certain outfits on. Okay, so we have a couple things we want to talk about, but we had a good question here. Hold on, let's see.
Ooh, we already have a question. Yay.
Keto Gen X chick said trying to listen while working.
Hey, Gen X, shout out.
Rockin' Keto Amy says, Dr. Barry took all my money for the PhD class. Okay, question from Amy. As a coach, what do you do with potential customers who can't afford your fees? I'm going to have a hard time saying no to those who have financial issues.
Woo. Okay. Actually, I've encountered this a few times and shifted some things in my business a few times to actually accommodate people who can't afford premium coaching.
Yep.
So I'll say what I've done. Early on, my prices did not look the way they look now. A lot of that was experience, right? As a coach, as you develop more education, more experience, more clientele, right? All of that. Naturally, you should be increasing your rates. But so as I did that, as I was increasing and making my rates more premium to work with me one-on-one, I did a few things. I started tiers of levels to work with me. So now there are 3 levels, 3 tiers with which you could work with me. And so I can't give as much of my time, because my time is valuable as a coach, to everyone simply because they can't afford it, right? But I have tiered levels. So the premium level of the most FaceTime, the most interaction with me, the highest level is the premium price. I have a mid-level, and then I have a what I call my independent woman package, which is less of my FaceTime. So I get on fewer one-on-one hour-long calls, so things of that nature. So that's one way that I've worked with that. And then as I've continued to expand, that's where the Academy came from. I wanted to do group coaching so that, and not everybody can afford private one-on-one premium level coaching. So how can I reach more people and offer something that is more affordable where they are still getting my expertise, my experience, my education, all of the things that I have to give to them, resources, and then you can add on top of that the community aspect, which was super valuable. So when I added that, that's a lower level of price and commitment level in terms of financial commitment. And then as I brought on coaches you can work one-on-one with my assistant coach for less than it costs to work with me. So all of those things are levels and
But
ways that
as a coach who's just getting started, though, there's a couple things to remember. Number one, you can't start where she's at now.
right.
You've worked for years
Right.
to get to that point where you can offer tiers and you can offer.
And when
so
I started,
don't get,
my basic rates were half what they are now.
right, and so don't get caught up in how can I serve as many people as possible when you're first getting started. What you have to focus on is
I love
who can I serve the best with what I have now.
Yep. Yep.
And understanding with that concept, with that thought process is I can't help everyone.
Yeah.
If you give your stuff away, it dilutes the value of what you provide. If you want to make an impact as a beginning coach, you have to work with people who are willing to invest.
There has to be skin in the game.
There has to be skin in the game for those people.
Yeah.
Now, is there something to be said for helping people pro bono and doing things? Sure. Get experience, do what you can, right? Join groups, provide comments, hold group Zooms, do things you can to get experience, find out what other people are doing. But when it comes to your time helping people, my recommendation is charge what you think your time is worth and work with people one-on-one until the demand for your help exceeds your capacity to serve it, to provide it personally.
And to provide it at the highest level.
At the highest level.
So
when you get there, then you
yes.
start thinking about maybe I need a group program. Maybe I
What
need
pushed me to
whatever.
do the group programs, which I hadn't done in years, was a client who actually had a marketing background who shared with me that she wanted more from me because at that point, my capacity to serve at that level had diminished because I had too many private clients and I couldn't give them all what they truly deserved. And thank God for her.
Right, right.
Because that's where the Academy was born. It pushed me to do that, to get out of my comfort zone, to do that, because I just simply couldn't serve them as well anymore.
Right.
And that's another benefit of having premium pricing, because it keeps your roster small, because you can serve better when you don't have so many. So part of that is don't try to serve everyone right away.
Because you can't anyways.
You're going to dilute the value of what you can give simply because you're not going to be able to handle that number of clients.
Think about this. We put out content. I've got over 1,000 videos on my YouTube channel. I have 11,000 subscribers. I am serving 11,000 people at some level with the information that I put out there.
Yes.
I make $50 a month on YouTube. Right?
Yeah.
If I work with one client one-on-one for 3 months, it's $1,500.
Yeah.
If we're trying to make a living, if you're trying to provide for yourself and make sure that you can take the time away from all the other things you're doing to work with somebody and actually make a difference in their lives, there has to be a premium. Because it's your time investment and it's their life. And if they're not willing to put that time in and that money, then that's why you make the free stuff.
I shared with my ladies this week, because somebody asked me, I think it was last week, somebody asked me about, would I ever do like a hormone program or, things like that I'm seeing some other folks do in the space. And I gave them a little education on how much education those people had to get to be able to put together these in-depth protocols that incorporate and include testing and prescriptive type recommendations for things like supplements or hormones or things that go beyond standard supplementation. You have to not only get a lot of specialized certifications, maybe even licensure to do those
board
things.
certifications.
And a lot of these folks have spent hundreds of thousands of dollars and hours and years of their lives to get that level of expertise and that level of education to be able to offer what they're offering. And that stuff ain't cheap.
Yeah.
For a reason.
And that's another thing, right? So, Amy, you were just saying that Dr. Berry took all your money for the PhD course.
So
how do you recoup that? You don't recoup that by giving your services away.
Yep.
And I've been getting training and certification to do what I'm doing since 2012. when I got my first certification. No, 2006 technically I got my first certification. 2012 was really when I focused on it. But so 13 years of training and paying for education and going to seminars and reading thousands of pages of books and studies and, getting a master's, now getting a doctorate. Those things ain't cheap. So
and they take a lot of our time.
And they take a lot of time.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And actually, I just
don't be afraid to charge for your time. If you're looking to get into coaching, you've invested, you should get that back.
Yes. And I just thought of another thing that I used to do for folks. Let's say you have your packages, figured out. Here's what it costs to work with me. And somebody can't afford that package. So you can look at your package and say, okay, is there a way that I can work with this person? And this has to be a person you really want to work with and you truly believe they're a great fit for you. You can adjust that package to say, okay, they may not be able to afford the bells and whistles. How can I still serve them well to the top of my ability and offer maybe less of my time or, right. In terms of like how many calls or what am I doing?
Yeah, there's that. It's just like any prescription. What's the minimum effective dose that would help this person? That would still allow me to recoup what I need to provide this time and effort without overburdening them financially.
And that's how I ultimately came up with the tiered options. Yeah. Also, another thing you can do, something I actually did that really helped build my business a few years ago, I started twice a year, I offered a scholarship.
Yep, Julianne actually mentioned that.
Yep, and I put that out there, totally free to work with someone for 6 months for free. I don't do that anymore. When we do these special
you do it as
challenges,
prizes for your challenge,
even that, I don't do 6 months of it anymore. Right. I can't afford to give that much of my time away. But I'll do 2 months or 3 months as an add-on if they're a part of the academy, right? They're putting some skin in the game. Yep. And they may not ever be able, some of these people may not ever be able to afford private coaching, but I know how well they would benefit from it. But back then I used to do, when I only had a handful of paying premium level clients, I would give away a whole 6 months completely for free. And I would get 50, 75, 100 applications. And then I would be able to offer something to the ladies who applied who didn't receive that. And I would give it maybe some sort of a discount or some sort of a special. And that really helped fill my books and offer something, especially that free thing for one person. But even the discounted rates helped people a lot just to get in the door.
I feel like we should start doing another podcast for
business for coaches.
Business for coaches.
The people have asked me now for years to do that.
Really?
Yep. And I'm like, okay. Well, at first I was like, well, I don't feel like I'm even there yet. Now I feel like maybe I could. But because still my main focus is
you're still working. Yeah, you're not at a point where you can abstract that yet. Yeah. And neither am I.
That's not my passion.
Okay, I do have a question. Keto Gen X chick asks, is there a link to the paid membership? I can't see one. So you have to join for the Science Club. If you're looking at joining the Science Club, you have to go to my Discord first, discord.coachbronson.com. And then in the shop, in the server shop, there is a subscription membership. It's $9.99 a month. And then you get access to the channel and all the information as far as when the Zoom calls are each week or every 2 weeks, what study we're doing, and any other discussions that are going on. So discord.coachbronson.com, go to the server shop and subscribe there. Okay, Karen says, you are my people.
Prizapalooza. You get a car. Get a car.
Right? Autumn Iron. That's the name of your program, right?
Yes. I love it. I'm so excited.
Any recommendations for a stubborn teen who needs to and wants to lose weight?
Oh boy, I got nothing for teens. You've had teens.
Yeah. Here's the thing though. In the question, Healthy Mama, Marie, you say 14-year-old grandson who needs to and wants to lose weight. Does he really want to? Because no matter what you do, if he doesn't want to, it ain't gonna make a difference.
Interest versus commitment.
And at 14 years old, even if the only stuff you put in the house is the best option that he could possibly have, he's not in the house 100% of the time. And he's around friends, and if he has a job or an allowance or whatever else, I can guarantee you, if he doesn't want to lose weight, he's going to do things beyond whatever you make available. So I would start with having a conversation with him. Does he really want to lose weight? Now, you might not be the person to have the conversation. This is another aspect we all need to understand when it comes to family. Just because they're family doesn't mean they're going to be receptive to you. There may be someone else in the family.
The family is not receptive to family.
So I don't know the details of the relationship, of the scenario, whatever else. Just understand that you can't project what you think someone should do into their lives and then have them magically do it.
Well, and also think about it like this, right? Consider if it were another adult.
Right.
Another friend.
Yeah, at
a friend
14,
of yours.
it's the same thing. It really doesn't matter.
The why is still where we start. So if he wants to, then I would start by having a conversation about why does he want to? Because if his why is not strong enough, he's not going to stick to it just as much as you as an adult may not stick to it all the time.
Right.
So it starts with the why, really connect. If you can connect with him on a deeper level about why this is important to him, then if you see him doing something that is counter to his goals, you can say, hey, remember how we talked about how important XYZ was to you? Mm-hmm. You realize that this is actually not aligned with what you want to do?
Yeah. This is an interesting question.
Okay.
Juliana.
Okay.
What's the biggest mistake you see people making when they think they're doing everything right but not seeing results?
Oh, there's so much though. There's so much.
I don't know if there's a biggest, because everyone is going to have a different biggest.
They're really all nuanced. They're all little.
I would say
there's not a lot of big. There's a lot of little things.
Do you really know what you're doing?
That's number one. Yeah.
If you are tracking and doing everything and you know exactly and you can explain what's going on and why it's going on and everything, and it's still not going where you want it to go, are you doing the right thing? Is what you're actually trying to do the thing you need to be doing? And I think that's where getting some help, if you're stuck, right? But here's the thing, and that's why do you know what you're doing is more important, because if you don't know what you're doing, you don't know if it's the right thing.
Right.
Right? So what are you doing? Are you tracking? Are you being aware? Are you making sure that you're consistent? All of the stuff, we talked about all this last week too, right? All of the things. If you got to know what you're doing and you got to do it. If you're not doing that, then none of the other stuff matters. You can't make any changes if you don't know what to change.
The first thing is looking at what you're doing, because 9 times out of 10, even with clients, when they're like, I'm doing all the things, and I look closer, usually there's things that are not being done.
In response to Juliana's question.
Oh, Karen, on point. My guess is not tracking data or being 100% honest in their tracking.
Yep.
Boom. Yep. Usually I see days where I'm like, this looks like you either forgot to track something or you just didn't eat. Like, what happened here?
Or
and then it's like,
you only track the stuff you only track the stuff you're okay with coach seeing.
That's a huge one. Yep. Bites, licks, and tastes. BLTs.
I used to love me some BLT. It's just the B now.
But that's usually what gets people. They're not tracking. Oh, that one bite I had of that. Oh, I had to test this for my kids. I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you. I had to test it for my kids. I was making this for my kids, so I had to test it. I'm trying this new recipe, so I had to test it. Did you track that?
Right. Test it. Go ahead. Have a blast. But did you track it? And how much did you eat when you tested it?
Because you probably didn't weigh it.
Right. Or was it just okay, that's good. Or I'm going to eat half a plate to make sure that it's like whatever it may be. I don't know.
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
How many of you have ever actually measured out your tablespoon of peanut butter? If any of you have eaten peanut butter off a spoon and did not weigh it, I guarantee you it was twice as much as you
More
thought
than you thought
ate.
it was. Yep.
A tablespoon of peanut butter is not a tablespoon of peanut butter.
Right.
It's not 15 grams.
Rockin' Keto, Amy says, I would pay right now for a business or coach's class.
Oh, snap.
Is there a demand?
Don't
perhaps?
tell Bronson.
Is there a demand?
He'll
No.
put up a website tomorrow. There was
Karen
a question
says,
about cycles, though.
You nailed that. I wasn't tracking to start with and was following general population influencers.
And the operative word being they think they're doing everything right. Right? If you think you're doing everything
Then
right,
you don't
then
know.
you don't know.
Woo! Woo! If you have to think it, you don't know it.
My favorite thing to point out about language.
Right.
I feel like
I was going to say feelings aren't facts.
I feel like I'm putting in all this work. I always hear that. I feel like I'm working so hard, but are you? Feelings aren't facts.
My Jennifer says my jaw dropped when I finally measured the heavy cream in my coffee.
Woo!
That's a big one. That's a big one.
Yep.
It's not a serving spoon or a soup spoon. Okay, so we're caught up.
There was something about cycles, though.
I think somebody just said something about it.
I thought there was a question.
Feeling you with cycles. Somebody said, I feel you.
I saw that, but I think there was something else. Here.
Oh.
Amy, does anyone know how to track your cycle if you've had a partial hysterectomy but still have your ovaries? Any suggestions?
Don't ask me that one. That ain't on me.
Juliana can answer you. Ultimately, and Juliana has said before that she still gets symptoms.
Okay.
So you can always track your symptoms. So this is a big thing about not looking for something outside of yourself to tell you what's going on with your cycle, right? Tracking can be symptom tracking. Let me track the way I'm feeling so that it becomes data and it becomes facts and it's not just how I feel, but it's like, oh, I noticed this symptom. One of the best things you can do, you can track anything, anytime by making notes about what's going on with you and keeping up with that, because what you might find is that you start to notice some patterns. And then you may see, oh, you know what? I think this is where I'm at in my cycle. And even postmenopausal, there can still be some fluctuations of some hormones, even if most of your hormones are non-existent at that point. So yeah, you can always track symptoms and then start to get a feel for what might be going on.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
All right. You had something on your list.
There's moon cycles. They say to go by the moon cycle. It's so interesting. But this is what I mean by you don't just take things as fact by you know what other people say. Here's the way to do it. Just like the cycle syncing. I'm not a big fan of.
You've done a video on that, haven't you?
Yep.
Okay.
I have a master class on.
And I don't.
Cycle syncing your
Then
workouts.
the data that I've seen in the research also supports that it's perceptual. It's not biological. Mm-hmm. Okay, what is the thing that you had on yours? Crust, not sauce, or more sauce, less crust? So we saw a TikTok. Was it TikTok?
Yeah.
Where a guy was talking about, I forget how he worded it. He was talking how it started, but he basically ended.
Science is now extending lives.
Everyone's living to be older, but then who asked to live to 150?
Right. Why do we want to live more life after 100? He's like, they keep adding it to the end. Why can't we add some in the middle? And what he's really talking about is health span.
Health span versus lifespan.
Why would you want to live longer if you're not living well?
Yes. And you guys may or may not have heard one of my favoriteest quotes ever all time is, my goal for everyone is to live long and die fast. Live long, live well, fully experience life as long as possible, and then when it's over,
so that those extra years are not you in a sick bed for an extended period of time.
Have you seen the meme that went around a couple years ago? It's probably still going around, but of the old couple, they're in their 60s or 70s in Venice in a gondola, passed out. And it's I spent 40 years of my life working so I could enjoy my life better. So I could, right? It's like, what are you getting out of that? Like, that's, like, no, that is not, I want to be able to enjoy it and do things,
yes,
you know?
Yes.
I thought it was
so
funny.
The pizza reference, the guy was saying they keep adding more crust to the pizza.
Right.
And he
we
was
want
like,
more sauce.
More sauce.
Give me more cheese. Give me more of the center. Right? I want a crustless pizza.
Yeah.
If I could have my life, unless there was some cheese in the crust. But metaphorically, no crust is what I would like. I would love to be all just
like you do on the cruise.
Take all the topping off and just
all toppings, no crust.
I just want a pizza bowlie.
Have y'all?
I want my life to be a pizza bowlie.
Have y'all heard? Eventually, we're going to have a.
It is
food
on
truck.
my life plan.
Pizza bowlie.
Food truck called Pizza Bowlie, and it's just bowls of pizza topping. That's it. No crust.
No crust.
You could do all sorts of things. You could have a margarita bowl. You could have a meat lover's bowl. You could have a Greek bowl. And it's just cheese, tomato sauce, or cheese and white sauce, or
cheese and feta.
It's all cheese. You could even do a non-cheese. You could just do the sauce and the meat, or sauce and whatever, right?
Yep. That would be mine without
you
the
could have
cheese.
all the different bowls. Come on, guys. I'm gonna do a crowd. I'm gonna do like a GoFundMe. I'm gonna do a GoFundMe to raise up money to buy a truck.
Yes, who wants to invest?
Would you guys support me leaving my IT job and going and starting a food truck business? I mean, I would only need like $150,000. Got to buy a truck, buy all the food, get the licensing, get all the food safety certifications.
Replacing your salary.
Well, there's that too.
That significantly increases it.
Okay, there's a little bit of risk there.
A little bit.
What if I kept my job and just did it on the weekends?
There you go. Start.
While I'm also going to school and writing a new book.
Sounds like you. Let's just do this.
Oh my gosh, guys, she was telling me about this idea. What was it? The brain thing, the brain neutral area, the zone where you just kind of zone.
Oh, the default mode network.
Default mode network concept of just being quiet and alone with yourself and not being no external stimulus, just
bored.
What happens when there's nothing
There's
around
an incredible
you, right?
video I saw that Ladies in the Academy and in my Facebook group. I will be posting that today. It's amazing. It's Harvard Business Review, and this guy is talking about why you need to be bored. You must have this downtime, and this is what we talk about all the time in the Academy, about getting to know yourself, journaling, meditating, whatever you want to call it, spending some quiet time without everything else happening all the time, being bored.
Yeah, and something you just said clicked. We have people that we've talked to, and I think this has been a topic in your group recently, is how hard it is to develop that self-awareness. Developing self-awareness isn't the hard part. The hard part is being okay by yourself.
With whatever
is in there. Being okay, being bored. Giving yourself the freedom to not think about what you need to do next.
To not fill all the space and the time.
Right?
And that's why y'all are eating when you're bored.
That's the hard part.
That's why you eat when you're bored. You can't be with yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I did.
I love that. That's
my bulimia was filling the space so I didn't have to deal with whatever was trying to come up. What?
Boring is a requirement. That's our talk for the cruise next year.
Oh, it translates so many things.
To everything.
Like the boring work you have to do to get to your goals.
Boring is a requirement.
Boring should be the goal. Get boring. Be boring.
Be boring. Be boring. That's it.
That's it. All right, cruise next year.
All right,
I love
cruise next year. If you guys want to, when is it? May? I think it's May.
I think so.
Lowcarbcruise.com. We're talking again together. Apparently, we're talking about boredom and how it's needed You need to get bored in your journey in order to be successful.
And
boredom is the key to success.
If it's in May, that means we will officially be on the cruise for your birthday.
Correct. I'll be 54 next year. 54. I'm old.
So
I just realized that
up.
next year my oldest is going to be 30
Are we going
years
back
old.
to the Gulf side or the Western or Eastern Caribbean? I think we're going back to the Cozumel,
the Western
Caribbean. Yeah.
Not the Mexican. Yeah.
It's the Mexico side.
Oh, the Mexico side?
Yeah. Galveston. I believe so.
All right.
So we're going out of Galveston 2026. Check out lowcarbcruise.com. You can join.
It's not Florida?
No.
It is Galveston. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lowcarbcruise.com. Check it out. All the speakers are on there. A lot of people that we know and love. Dr. Tony's back, I think, this year.
Tony Hampton, yay!
Yep. He wasn't with us in Alaska, but he was the year before.
Yeah, there's some new speakers too.
There's a bunch of new speakers.
I think
new speakers. They're bringing in some fresh blood to talk about some new things. I know peptides and GLP-1s will be discussed in depth.
Of course. You can't have anything without talking about that.
Right. Well, I mean, it's such a big piece of what people are doing now.
It's a huge
but it'll be the
trend.
It was talked about a little bit on the last cruise, but I think it will be much more
in depth
on this next cruise. But yeah, guys, check it out. Do it. We were full last year. This year, I don't know if they're up to the number of spots.
I think so. Because
we fully expect it to be.
Alaska was we were limited.
We were much more limited. Yeah. So okay. So that's more sauce, less crust. Think about everything that you do is this improving my quality of life, not just helping me live longer.
Health span, not just lifespan.
Okay.
Which it's funny that came up today because what's the thing making the rounds on the social medias today?
Oh, you talked about Brian Johnson.
And his
100 pills every day, no meat. Right?
What he's doing
6
for longevity.
meals a day, his $100,000 a year.
57 pills with his breakfast.
Yeah, and then another 30 something or 40 something later on in the day.
Yeah, because we all want to live that way.
100 pills a day.
How is they're all probably
it's all gelatin. Plus all he's eating is plant food.
Yeah, he's probably not digesting anything.
No, and he looks like a ghost. Or more like a skeleton.
True. That's true.
Looks like a ghostly skeleton.
A ghost skeleton. Halloween.
Start at the top?
Yes.
We did mindset, so let's do some science.
What is that? I forgot what that topic was.
Mass in, mass out, not calories in, calories out.
Oh, your favorite thing.
I forget what we were talking about. We were talking about one of the things we want everyone to understand is what nutrition actually is.
Yes.
We get caught up in the energy discussion.
Calories are not nutrition. Nutrition is not calories.
Right. And we get caught up in the energy discussion. We use words because words mean something very incorrectly most of the time. Okay, when we talk about fueling your body, that creates a thought process that brings everything about what we eat to the energy discussion,
food is
not
fuel.
to how your body's actually functioning. So here's one of the points I want to demonstrate. I want to walk you through this process, okay? Food, when I take this coffee and drink it, you got protein powder in here, or you got something in here?
I've got MCT and I've got nut pods.
Okay, so she got MCT.
There's some fat in there.
There's some fat in here. That fat doesn't just disappear into energy. The molecules, the physical substance, the mass of what she's eating gets ingested, gets broken up into a bunch of little pieces, and then it gets sent out on missions all throughout her body.
I love that. That's
right?
So awesome.
So the food that she eats is going and doing things by turning into enzymes, by supporting and adding itself to other substances to make hormones, by attaching to a cell and adding to the cell membrane. Like physical food becomes physical components in your body.
Of your body, yes.
That is why if you are at a calorie deficit, you still poop. Because it's not about the energy. Because it's not about, you're eating something and either it's used or there's aspects of it that your body doesn't need in physical
waste.
form
Yes.
that it has to get rid of. Nowhere in that chain is energy just magically.
And it also explains
Wherever.
why you poop less when you're doing a
Carnivore, highly
nutrient-dense,
animal-based product. Yep.
bioavailable diet. Because more is being used for processes and functions in your body, and less is coming out as waste.
So that's another clarification. When we say things are being used for processes and functions in your body, we're not saying it's being used to power processes and functions. They literally are the pieces in the puzzle, right? You can't make a scarf without yarn.
Yeah.
And food is the yarn. The process is the knitting of the yarn. That is what happens, right? Amino acids go into the matrix of your bone structure. Your bone is made of proteins. It's not a substance that came from nowhere and you just needed calories to make it happen, right?
Woo! Yes.
Right? Your body is literally made with the food you eat. So
you literally are what you eat.
Hair is maintained by her steak that she had for breakfast.
My lamb.
Right? So we have to start thinking about it that way. And it really just changed. So the whole idea of mass in is mass used.
Also, one of our
energy.
main tenets in nutritional therapy is that you are not what you eat, you are what you absorb.
Ooh, yes.
So everything you eat, like we said, there's waste. Everything that you eat does not all get absorbed. And this is where we talk about bioavailable nutrition. The best diet for the human body, which is why we say the proper human diet is animal-based, is because that is where you're getting the most bioavailable nutrients, right? If your body cannot absorb it, it has to come out in waste. And that's a lot of the vegetable matter and the junk food and the processed foods with a whole bunch of man-made ingredients in those. Your body doesn't know what to do with those. It's not intended to be utilized in the making of your body, so it gets excreted.
Yeah, I want to change the word absorbed.
Okay.
And say, if your body cannot make something good out of it, then it will get rid of
utilized, yeah.
Right?
Utilized.
And specifically good because you can break things down. But that doesn't mean your body can use it. That doesn't mean it's not harmful.
Yeah.
Right? So it's, if your body can't do something good with it on some level, then it's going to get rid of it.
Yeah, because you know what? Some things can be absorbed through the leaky junctions in your gut, which is not a good thing. If you have leaky gut, if you have intestinal permeability,
would be healthy otherwise,
your bloodstream and then wreak havoc in your body. That's not doing something good with it.
Right. I love this recommendation.
Okay.
Low carb spin. Your food truck could travel to all of the meetups.
Oh my gosh.
Babe.
Carnivore meetup food truck.
Babe.
Just travel around.
Travel the country.
That would be a blast.
If I'm ever ready to quit my regular job, and then we could just be remote, we could do van life in a meat truck.
Barbecue bowl.
Absolutely.
Barbecue pizza. We could do Hawaiian bowl. Hawaiian pizza.
Yeah, we could do so many different things.
Okay, stop it. All right. What else we got?
How awesome is that? Could you imagine driving around the country in a meat truck? In a pizza bowly truck?
Oh gosh.
Or I could just franchise it.
We got a good question about longevity and health span.
Where's that?
What do you hope your older self will thank you for doing today? Oh my gosh.
Going carnivore.
Lifting weights.
And starting CrossFit.
And eating steak.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, going carnivore and starting CrossFit. Those would be the absolutely two things. When it comes to health and general health. Life in general, doing a lot of work to figure out who the fuck I am. But that's a whole nother
Yeah, and
video.
for me, actually stepping out of my comfort zone and building this business.
You're welcome.
He was a very, very large part of that.
You all are welcome, because she was living in a box before I met her.
I could say the same.
Pushed you out.
I could say the same for you.
Kinda, yeah.
And he never would have written all the books he's written.
Or be writing now. The freedom that you have allowed me to just disappear into rabbit holes at times is very much appreciated.
And the push to write your book. Because that was something you had been thinking about for a long time. And when I moved in with you, you warp speeded that thing for 6 months and you got it done.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from.
It was his muse.
She is my muse. We've been on for...
You know what?
almost
That's
an
something
hour.
I will thank myself for.
What's that?
Getting with you in Vegas.
Getting with me? Mm-hmm. You can thank yourself for?
Yeah,
Your
my
future
future self will thank me for being a bit promiscuous.
Is that the word we're going to use? Okay.
Lowering my inhibitions. Well, how else would we put that?
That was just the roofie.
Is your future self going to thank you for slipping a Mickey in my drink?
I was the Mickey. I told you, if you hadn't have jumped on me.
You know what I will thank myself for is putting my stage video up on the TV.
There we go.
In the conference.
Getting my attention. You didn't know you were getting my attention.
I didn't know I was there to capture him.
That is the whole reason you had that video up there.
And I almost didn't do it because there
You
were
didn't?
problems with the connections or something. And I had to get out of my comfort zone, ask for help, tell them what I needed. And yeah, a lot of...
It's crazy
who I
how
was
much
at
of a
that
difference
time.
would that have made
That one
if you
thing.
didn't have that video up. I mean, I probably would have seen you there eventually
You still would have,
anyways.
yeah.
But
that was the first thing that caught your eye.
Yeah, that was like the hook. Like that was the hook. Yeah, interesting.
The littlest things, y'all. Everything adds up. Everything leads to the next thing in life.
I mean,
is
you
so
did have
fascinating.
tight-ass jeans and red high
I
heels.
was wearing the heels that were in the video
Yeah.
on that day, yes.
Wow.
Look,
Anywho.
at the end of the day, we were meant to be together, so it would have happened.
It probably, yes. That
Regardless.
wouldn't have stopped it at all. Yeah. I mean, and then we ended up staying an extra day
We did.
because my flight got canceled. Hey, I know we just met, but my flight got canceled. I'm going to stay another day.
Did you say you have your hotel room for another night?
Oh, our parents aren't watching at all.
Right. More than they ever needed
Hi,
to
Marie.
know. Hi, Claire.
Oh, goodness. On that note, who's winning today? Oh, Danya said, is there any cardio, i.e. running, involved in your programs?
Nope.
Not in hers.
Not a part of the program. So we will advise on cardio for those who want and need it. But we don't program it, so we don't expect you to do it as a part of the program.
Yeah, I mean, there should be some cardio in everybody's life on a regular basis to a point, but it's not usually our focus in most cases.
Resources like my phased approach to cardio to figure out where you are, whether or not you need it, what you need, what the next step would be for you, lessons on that, and then we have workout collections in the app that are not a part of our official program, but there's a cardio collection, there's mobility, there's core training, there's lots of additional addendums essentially that you can do. You can choose to do because you'll have access to that in the on-demand section.
Yep.
But we don't include it in the programming itself.
I think Jennifer gets the...
I was going to say that too.
With that quote. With
Jennifer
that question.
Nunez, what do you hope your older self will thank you for doing today? That was a great question.
Yeah, I think that's a great question.
Jen, get...
Could you send us your email, whether it's on Instagram?
I will be chatting with her. I
Oh, there you
believe
go.
tomorrow we have a call.
Okay, we'll get her info then. And, yep.
I'll get your mailing address tomorrow, and we will get that bag of Keto Brains out to you.
Thank you, everybody, for being on this week. We will see you next week. Please don't forget to share out this show. Share the channel, share the link, and let's see if we can get to. We've been averaging about 20 to 25 people
on the lives
on my YouTube channel.
On the YouTube
I don't know how many you've been averaging.
I don't know. I don't think Instagram actually shows us that information.
If we should do like a special giveaway, if we can get my YouTube channel, my YouTube views to like 50.
Alive
at a time.
Ooh.
Like if we can get to 50, how about this? As we grow, every time we hit 50, we'll do 50 more. We'll do a giveaway or something.
Special giveaway. Okay. In addition to the Keto Brains.
In addition to the Keto Brains. So we average, I think the highest I saw today was 24.
Okay.
So if we get to 50, then we'll do something. Maybe we'll do like a book pack, a copy of all my books.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Including my workout logbook.
Ooh.
Or my progress, my journal book.
I like it.
Which I have.
Book
bundle.
Yes, I
know that. Book bundle by Coach Bronson.
That's fun. I like that. It's a great giveaway.
And or I've got an ebook. I mean, I got a bunch of stuff I can give away. Okay.
Okay.
Jennifer, congrats on the Keto Brains, and everybody else, share this out. We want to try to get to 50 consecutive viewers in the next couple weeks. All right. See you guys. Thanks.
Bye.